It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
It's not Tuesday, it's
I know, I wanted to see if you were waking up.
I can't see without my glasses on. You look smaller than me. I look like the incredible growing Alice in Wonderland, and you look small again.
We're back to this again.
Happy Wednesday
Why
to you,
are
Freddie.
we back to this again? Why are we back to this?
I do not know. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
I feel like the little giant that couldn't.
Well,
I'm going to make a real funny noise. I feel like I'm shrinking. I'm shrinking. I feel like the Wizard of Oz.
The Wicked Witch, when you throw water on them, instead we'll throw rum on you. How about that?
Yes, because today's program is brought to you by Gubba Rum. I'm going to have Mr. Gubba Steve on the show on Friday.
Fantastic.
But we are coming out with a whole brand new bag. Man, I feel like I'm disintegrating.
Teddy,
into
can you
space.
fix Freddie's camera, please?
Teddy, something happened to me. All you see is a hat and a bag of Gubba. That's all
She
you
says,
see.
coming, we've got her doing a few things because she's making margaritas also.
I
Freddie
shrunk.
looks a little small.
I shrunk it to, yeah.
Like this big, Freddie.
Like
Like this big.
All
That
six,
and a little 6 inches.
all 6 inches, yeah. Now, we have a brand new, Sheriff has a brand new bag going on. And I just want people to know, our friends at Gubba came out with a whole new streamlined deal. And this merchandise is only, now I look like Attila the Hun. Da, 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 da.
Patty, are you laughing?
Maybe
because
we'll make
seriously?
Dawn a little bigger. We'll make Dawn a little bigger. Now leave me alone. I'm fine. That's good. We'll make Dawn a little bigger. This is only available at a local liquor store near you. And
Or gubbarum.com.
or gubbarun.com. My God. But we are working with some liquor stores. That's good. We're working with some liquor stores to bring it. You can see everything in my face.
Can we see the pores on your
You can see
skin?
the pouring of everything. We're working with other liquor stores as well so that this bag is available to you. I am allowed to display the bag. I'm speaking in some kind of strange language. I am about to display the bag because it comes with, of course, the Gubba rum, and
Silver.
it comes silver, and it comes with this. And this is the natural ripe margarita mix that you put with this. This is the winning combination.
Have we seen this? What's in this juice? I want people to know because I'm so ingredient crazy. What is in this?
Here we go.
Ingredients. This is important.
Yes.
Filtered water,
Yes.
lime juice,
And
organic
filtered water,
agave
hold it,
nectar.
filtered water is first. They say that the first ingredient is always the purest.
Filtered water, lime juice, organic agave nectar, and orange juice. That is it.
That's
Cold
it.
pressed, no preservatives, no things you can't pronounce, no chemicals. And this is made by a company that does cold pressed juices for one of the big box organic stores. So just so you know, it's an incredibly reputable company, and they have this margarita mix, and they're going to be bringing us the mojito mix.
That's right.
Have
for
you
the
tried
dark.
this?
I haven't.
I kind of want to drink it on its own.
Wait, no, you can because that's normally
Kind of
the
just
way
want
you-
juice.
Just can you let me finish the bit, please?
Sorry.
Thank you. This is called ripe, and ripe is right. What are you laughing at? I didn't even get there yet. Ripe is right. And what you're going to do is you're going to get this bag, courtesy of Gubba, courtesy of Mr. Steve. You're going to get the juice. You're going to get the rum. This feeds a family of 4.
Or Freddie, one or the
Or
other.
Freddie at 1 with a giant straw. But this is the winning combination. And I want you to know something. I know that. I was holding the bag first. My friend, can you do something? Help me out here. Thank you. You hold them up, Randall White. Vanna's going to be holding up the rum and the stuff. I'm going to hold up the gubba. The gubba's behind me. The only place you can get this is at your liquor store or...
GubbaRum.com.
That's right, but we are
GUBBA.
going to be bringing you, liquor stores are joining us because they want the product. We're going to be able to send you there to get it. And then we're working some other side deals. This bag is courtesy, it's free. This whole ensemble you get here for
Keep it
$29.99.
nice and cool. It's really good when
Don't
you're
drink that one
53.
because it's been all over her body and we're coronavirusing.
Or maybe they want it.
You
I
know,
don't
once you put a mask on when you do that, you know, hippies. But this is it. It's GubbaRum.com. Check it out.
Check it out, and we're going to be taste testing this as well. We've got Patty Goldenberg from Fem City in the house. We have Michelle Olson Rogers of Modern Boca Mom joining us on our VMix today. I'm looking forward to it. She's got some family meal deal restaurant packs in our local community, which I had no idea. I kind of wish I knew ahead of time because the amount of money we have spent on takeout having a family, we didn't know. And what did my daughter say? Maybe I'll stay another day and order in Bolé after I read her some of the specials, which is really pretty cool. A family of 4 for like $39 from Bolé.
I know.
It's cheaper than just ordering separately.
And you know, we had Bolé on the air. You remember?
Did we?
Yes. When we were at the other place. We had the Bolé down in Fort Lauderdale, the young lady that, Steve, what's his name from Old County brought us, Peter.
It wasn't Bolé. That was another company.
Oh, it was Bolé.
But we've got a great show lined up for you. And then on our 1 o'clock hour, we have a segment brought to you by our producer, B. She interviewed Brandon Schuster, who is a marketing executive from NYC.
Holy
and he's
smokes.
talking about the creatives and what it's like being creative right now as things are closing.
Holy smokes.
Ice
Isn't
and
this
all. Wow, I
good?
feel like we're a full-service studio.
Wow. Wait, you got yours? Salute.
Patty, get one?
Patty is all the way on the other side of the theater, yes. Patty, you out there? Say hello. Turn on her mic. Turn on her mic. Say again, say hello.
Hello.
I know
Can you
she's
hear me?
there because I can see
Hello?
like glimpses of her.
Cheers, Patty.
There I am.
How do you like this?
This is excellent, but I'm not drinking it on air, so I wouldn't know.
Fem City, Boca Del Rey.
I'm
This
not
is-
drinking on air either, Patty. I'm just swallowing my coronaviruses.
This is the first time we've had Patty with us in studio in months, I
And
want to say.
It's
We've
been
doing
at
this
least a
virtually.
month. Yes.
How's everything going? Welcome
Everything's.
back.
Thank you very much. It's been great seeing you virtually on screen, but it's nice to be here in the studio surrounded by all this great art. And it's nice to be somewhat near people again. Being just on screen with everyone for so long is a little bit trying.
Okay,
You've been out, you
That's
delivered
not
me
TV,
some
you're right.
products today, and I'm excited about that.
she's fine.
Here's my question that I've been wondering. I asked Freddie this morning, and I was kind of surprised by your answer. When you look back on the past couple months, is there anything you would have changed? Business, personally, how you handled situations? Freddie told me no. He handled everything the way he would now going forward. I would have changed things. What about you?
Things that I would have done, that I wish I'd done before, or things that I wish I had changed that I've done during this quarantine time?
During the quarantine time.
That is a tough one. I do wish that I had been more productive. You hear about all of these people, doing all of these great things at home now that they have all this extra time. People are reorganizing their closets, they're learning new languages, they're learning new skills, and I can't say I've done all that much. I have done a little decluttering around the house. I have certainly done a little more cooking, but I've not been as adventurous or as productive as I might have liked. So maybe that I would have changed.
It's funny, and you wouldn't have changed anything. I would
Not a
have
damn thing.
changed how I reacted to some situations.
Why? You didn't even know what you were walking into. How can you play Monday night quarterback, not knowing?
Because I should have known better. I should have learned
Not
from
true.
everything to. My
disagree.
opinion is to go more with the flow. So that Monday night, when you said to me, "We're not going back in tomorrow," I should have had a better response instead of yelling at you. I should have been more of, okay, you're doing this for a good reason. I don't understand your reason other than I understood your reason, but personally I didn't, and I should have had a better reaction. I should have been able to roll with the punches a little bit easier emotionally. Physically, I did. It was more of my mindset, yes.
You should have been nicer. That I agree with.
Probably that too.
Yeah, that I agree with.
That's what I'm saying. If I could have changed things and now going forward, if it were to happen again, understand that you only did this for the best of all of us and try to roll with it instead of thinking it was happening to me, but rather it was happening for me.
Exactly.
That type of thing.
Well, you know, it's really interesting because we've been on the phone since 10 o'clock with different companies that are coming forward and saying the same thing you're saying now. You know, the reason I wouldn't change nothing is because whatever I did wrong, I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow and go from there. I think that what we got going on right now, we didn't know what was coming.
Nobody did.
Nobody expected this. And you know what? Give yourself a standing ovation because if you're watching this and you're okay, God willing, you came through it.
No, I should have been nicer to you, 100%.
Yeah, you should always be nice. You should be nicer to me no matter what.
And I've learned that. I should have been nicer to you because you would never do anything to jeopardize us.
Of course not.
But I should have been
You
more
thought I was
accepting.
jeopardizing us? Now this is getting
No.
deep.
I should have been more
Patty.
understanding of why you did it and why people had to close businesses instead of saying, I got to stay open and I got to keep going. Maybe it was time to really take a step back and take that pause, which we never did, by the way.
We didn't. We did it either here or there or everywhere. You know, the bottom line is that when people are watching, they're going to be looking at what we do and how we do it. It's like you ever see the movie Jaws. Remember Jaws?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And everybody left the beach?
Yes.
And nobody would go on the beach on Memorial Day. You remember that?
I do.
You saw Jaws?
I did.
You do? You remember
The movie
Jaws, the movie Jaws?
His English is so
I
very
still
sexy.
remember.
Well, nobody in the whole beach would go on the water. So the guy, the mayor came on, everybody, come on, get in the water, come on. And he wasn't in the water, dummy. And that one lady went in there. And then everybody followed, right? That's a table setter. That's what I call a table setter. And I've been imploring all businesses to keep doing what you can do, even from home. If I owned a restaurant, I would have done cooking from my house. You would have been seeing the biggest banana splits you've ever seen in your life.
I love banana splits.
So does everybody. But mine would have been made with cup of rum. I mean, mine would have been made with all sorts of stuff. Just to let people know, in my heart, that restaurant is still going. I had to find a way. I didn't like having to come here. I was scared to death.
I know you were.
I was scared to death. I'm a diabetic. I've seen in the news how people who have illnesses have died on this thing. Okay? So I had to be careful with this. But would I change anything? Absolutely not. I think that we went down the right path. I think we grew. We put more money into what we were doing.
I'm
We have
so
new
tired, I
studios.
can't even see straight. Here's the funny thing, Patty. We got here at 8:30 this morning. I haven't sat down. This is the longest I have sat down since 10 o'clock. So for 2 hours, I get up, I run from one end of the studio, I walk in circles, I walk back the other way, because we've got crew in every room running productions from 10 o'clock this morning until now.
Well,
Freddie sat down on the couch
I
for
am-
2 hours,
I'm as fresh as a daisy.
and
I'm
he
not even
does
tired.
everything from the comfort of his lap.
He was doing mental work.
But I did. I left you on a phone call, and I came back and I
Patty,
finished the phone call.
she doesn't tell you she created the 2 phone calls. She created the deals that I was doing on the phone, and she left. I'm like, where is she going? She created the network
Production.
studio in there where the kids are now doing
Right.
Baca to Baca to Baca to Baca. There's a show going on in there now.
She's
on
been
Fuego.
busy.
Of
Busy
course.
like bee.
And then she says, I'm tired. And
I'm
I
so
said,
tired.
so am I. I need a glass of
Teddy's
gubba.
bartending for us.
And Teddy's making gubba drinks. And I said, So I sat down. Look it, you got it done? Oh, yes, just leave it there. That's my vitamin C.
And what is that? Oh, that's
my
vitamin C. Okay.
Now I had to put the banner up so it's nice and straight because I got tired of looking at crooked banners. I got as Slickster did something in Creole.
I want to talk about that. I want to go to commercial break. When we come back, I want to talk
How
to
you
you.
going to talk about it if you're going to commercial break?
When we come back, Michelle Olsen Rogers, Modern Vocal Mom, is joining us. We're going to put up a 4 spot because, of course, she is part of Fem City Boca Del Rey. We've got
Yes.
Patty in the studio, so we're going to put up a quad, talk to the ladies at once, talk to Slick a little bit, and we got a lot going on. So stay tuned. Our phone lines are open, 888-994-4995. Give us a call and get your cup of rum. We'll be right back. Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Callaway here from the VoiceOver Connection, and I'm here to tell you that you're missing out. Everybody has a dream, something that they believe can change their life or even change the world. The difference between letting that dream slip and making it come true all depends on whether or not you can make the world believe your dream too. Here at the VoiceOver Connection, we specialize in selling dreams. Our team of well-connected and influential voices will help take your ambitions, your deepest and wildest aspirations to places that you never imagined you could reach. The time for dreaming is over. You've done enough of that already. It's time to take action. Elevate your business by giving your dream a voice. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or email us at thebrooklynCafeTV@gmail.com. Because a dream is only a dream until you decide to make it real.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
I'm glad we refresh all of our kids with a nice, fresh agave, all-natural, cold-pressed margarita.
What's wrong
sponsored
with
by Gubba Rum.
what's wrong with you?
I'm just watching all of our kids drink.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And that's the way you get?
Yeah.
You are one funny
I'm
lady.
tired. I told you, we're working hard. We go. Welcome back to
Did
the
you see how
Brooklyn
she was
Cafe
doing
Show.
that? What is that?
It's my teleprompter on your chest.
You're funny. You are one funny
I got no
lady.
teleprompters. All I'm telling you. It's
Show is
all
brought to you
working
by
around in my head.
Brought to you by Gubba. Now, do we call this Right Bar Juice? or do
Yes.
we call it the Gubba mixture?
Whatever you want to call it.
Gubba mixture. And we had Slick, who happens to be here. Slick has an open mic. Slick, I asked you to do today a show in Creole
Yes,
because Haitians love rum.
they do. Like, I buy Babaku, which is like a Haitian rum.
I have
Majority
a
like
Babaku mixture coming on Friday.
really
Yeah, we use the rum with a Babaku
with the
mixture.
Babaku.
I thought the guy was fooling around when he told me that. I thought he was kidding me.
I think you're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
That's
It's
Haitian's
exactly what
favorite
he
rum.
says.
Yeah, that's Haitian's favorite rum.
Really?
It comes in white or that on vanilla, but it's called Babaku.
Baba cool.
So there's a mixture that comes.
Correct.
That the Haitians love it, and we're going to try it with the rums from Gubba.
Yeah.
And he says to me, they love it. So it made me think, because you speak Creole.
I
He
could
says,
do
oh, I
spot.
speak bad Creole.
I
go,
do. My Creole is very aggressive, so
Yeah,
it's
but
like
my Creole is worse than yours. I don't understand what you're saying.
no, but I will get that spot out to you. Either
You don't
later.
have to. I already got it.
I know I seen it, but I want to do a better spot than.
Well, you better practice.
I'm gonna do a better spot. It's gonna be done tomorrow. It's gonna be
Well,
a better
Leslie
spot
Jock has agreed to come and
to
help
do a
us out.
Babaku.
Yeah. He's
No.
gonna,
You
Leslie
don't need
Jock has
him.
agreed to come
It's
and
okay.
help you do a show.
Oh, help me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Leslie Jock is
That's-
the biggest
I know he's a
Haitian
big
nation
personality.
I haven't
Yes.
seen him in a long time.
Yeah, so he's agreed to come in, and he's going to show you how it's done. He
How they
says,
get a
"I'll teach
possess."
young blood. He says young
And
blood.
actually, Slick inspired us to even work with the rum because you were the rum and coke kind of guy.
Yeah.
Rum and
no
pineapple.
rum and pineapple.
Oh, rum and pineapple. I apologize.
Yeah, no, you're
Rum
good.
and pineapple. I'll never forget the time we started with that. But I want to do a show for our Creole crew.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know that Creole, the Haitians and everything out there, are part of the fabric and community
Correct.
of Florida. Now, you know the Miami-Dade has not opened.
I don't really. I thought
They
they
have
opened
not
this week.
opened. No, they're opening this week.
Okay.
They haven't opened. And do you know the Miami-Dade accounts for more than half of the viruses in Florida?
Interesting.
Half. So they are being very careful. And I put a call in to the mayor of Miami, the young man with he's a good-looking guy. And he says he's a little busy, but as soon as they open, he's more than willing to come on and talk to us.
Fantastic.
So because we have a studio. You okay? To keep all sharp utensils away from Dawn.
Keep her wand away.
Dina, you're beginning to scare me. Where's your mom when I need her? We have a studio in North Miami. And we're going to go down there. Chatterbox, we were talking to them a little bit about doing something in yoga. We need more space to hold people, but bigger so we can separate people. And I think that's when we'll bring in the mayor of Miami.
All right, more to
So
come.
more to come.
We've got Patty Goldenberg with Fem City. Do we have Michelle on the line with us also? Yep. All right, we've got Patty Goldenberg and Michelle Olson Rogers. Welcome, ladies. How's that looking? Let's open up her mic. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? Let's get her mic turned on.
Okay, here we go.
Patty's also?
How you doing, Michelle?
Good. Can you hear me?
Now we hear you, yes.
We can hear you.
All right. Hi, guys.
How you? We haven't seen you in a long time.
Yep, this is quarantine Michelle right here.
You look spectacular.
Hair
by the
and
way.
braids, blue light glasses. This is real life.
You look fantastic, by the way. I keep watching. You did Easter pictures. You kind of have not missed a beat. You've just become more creative.
I think that's every content creator right now. We're trying to navigate these uncharted waters and make sure that we're still delivering something of value for our audiences.
What's it been like to change? And the word pivot, but you keep going, and you keep finding the content. Has it changed for you not getting out there as much?
Oh, for sure. I mean, as a hyper-local mom blogger, most of my content revolved around events. And so with that being gone, I've actually kind of gotten the first break in 5 years. So it hasn't been too terrible, but my number one goal is just to be there for my clients who I work with to promote on Modern Book Mom, and also, again, create that content that will help local parents during this very, very challenging, unprecedented time.
What do you find? Because we haven't really heard from the parents from your generation with younger children. What are you finding that's happening with the parents, mom and dads that are home with the kids home?
Well, we're probably your RUM's best customers at this point. Everybody's dealing in their own way. I think one of the best parts of this pandemic for parents, especially of elementary school-age children as well as younger children, is that we've learned to give ourselves a lot more grace. The mom guilt is no longer there, because we're all just doing what we have to do to survive, to make sure our kids are learning what they can in virtual school and just making sure that they're comfortable and not so affected in a negative way by what's going on.
If the mom guilt is gone, so the mom guilt of
gone.
working full-time is gone because now you're home.
It's all hands on deck all the time. I'm working more at home than I ever did when my daughter was in school, because I'm now a homeschool teacher. I'm a housekeeper. I am a very, very beginner level of culinary chef wizardry in the kitchen. I've taken on, so many new jobs, and we're just getting through it day by day.
So how are you balancing all of that? Because I cook less, but I don't have young kids. We work more. I don't cook at all, but I don't have young children that rely on me for food. It's kind of survival of the fittest in my house. There's the refrigerator. Here's the phone.
You give everybody a spear when they walk through the door.
Pretty much. That's it. But to have a mom, you're taking on a parent at home. You're now balancing everything from home, plus your Zoom calls, plus everything you're doing with your kid over here doing schoolwork. How is that working?
Yep. I mean, there is no balance. Every single day is different. We stick to a somewhat loose schedule, but again, with giving yourself grace, I know that I can't clean and cook, 3 meals a day every day. I've really gotten into the whole family meal carryout situation here in Boca. I actually just did a post on Modern Boca Mom all about the best family meals in the area that you can do takeout with. And they're great because they're meals that are either pre-cooked and you just stick them in the oven, or they're ready to go, but they're put together in a way that it'll feed at least a family of 4. And that has been such a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, just knowing that anytime during the week I can just put it in order for one of these family meals and I'm good to go. And I have to say, some of the restaurants who were offering the best ones stopped as soon as we reopened, which I think is such a silly way to do business, because these were fantastic, because not every family is comfortable going out to eat at a restaurant these days, but I certainly would continue to order these family meals. So restaurants, take note. These are big for local parents.
Well, I saw that post. That's when I reached out to you, because we've been doing a lot of ordering in. And let me tell you, the little bit of squabbling that's been going on is where you're ordering from and who can get it quickly enough on Uber Eats, and how do you put the meal in? Well, I ordered this and it came in wrong. I had no idea these even existed. And I saw your post for Bolé, for example. It was like $39 to feed a family of 4 or 5, a big tin, she says, of food, which I think probably feeds more than 4. So how do people even find out about these deals?
Well, that's why I started my website. I'm kind of doing the legwork for local parents. I've scoured restaurant websites all over the internet. I've reached out to Facebook groups that are kind of focusing on dining out and social distancing, and really seeing where people are finding them. And then just kind of, again, I'm an information aggregator. I put everything into one place, so that way, whenever you're hungry, you can just go to my blog post and look at the selection. I'm actually trying a new meal tonight, because I won't write about anything unless I've tried it out personally, and my waistline can attest to that during this whole quarantine. I know, no kidding. But I am taking out from Jimmy C's Italian Deli and Market, and they're a true local restaurant, and so they have a you pick 3 meal that they're offering for families that feed more than a family of 4. So I'll be sure to add that to my post once I do the research.
Where is Jimmy C's? I've never even heard of it.
I know. They are on Federal and Spanish River, I believe. 3571 North Federal Highway.
They're 3 blocks from us.
I know,
so close.
The amazing thing, and we were just talking about this on the morning show, restaurants are going to open. In order to get people to come in, you want to feel safe. So I was asking Dawn, what is it that restaurants have to do? And I'm only talking about restaurants. There's bowling alleys and all this, so we'll get into that as the weeks go on. But restaurants, what can you do to make it so you feel safe? The food should not change, right? Because the food is fantastic, family meals and things of that nature. That's really what everybody wants. A lot of people aren't going to come in to sit still. How do you change the nature of the perspective of the mind so that you feel a little bit more comfortable doing that? What do you think?
Well, me personally, I just feel that the more restaurants add outdoor seating just to have that fresh air, that's number one. And number two, I'm very comfortable going to restaurants right now. I just don't want to be sitting right next to another group of people. I want to make sure that there's enough space. I trust that these establishments are following sanitary protocols and they're making sure that their clientele is well taken care of. I think it's just truly a space issue. Unfortunately, you can't exactly wear a mask at a restaurant because you're eating, but as long as the staff does and we have plenty of space to spread out, I think it's okay.
Go to the restaurants, but I'm loving the family meals. I have to tell, because I don't cook.
Yeah,
so
but
for me,
then-
that's why I'm so excited. Can you go over some of the meals you have? Because even a family meal of 4 would feed you guys for a couple days, Freddie. So even if you're just a family of 2, you order it once, you got leftovers, you've got lunches, you've got more food, $40. It's like unbelievable.
It is. And it's the right
Or
message.
less.
Or less.
What are some of the deals you have found, I should say?
So
They're
my
not
number
deals.
one deal is definitely Bolé. You get a huge lasagna-sized tin filled with your base and your protein and 2 vegetables, and you also get some of their amazing chocolate chip cookies delivered as well. So they're my number one recommendation because it's pretty healthy as well, and we always have leftovers for lunch the next day. Fresh Kitchen has a similar offering, except they package every part of their bowl separately. So that way, if you have food allergies or picky eaters, that's kind of a bonus. And then I have to say, P.F. Chang's has really brought it. They have a meal for 2 that has so many courses in it that it could easily feed a family of 4 on a hungry night. So I have to say they've done really well. I think I featured Bonefish Grill. They have a really nice dinner option because it has a main, some sides, a dessert, a salad. So it really depends on what you're in the mood for. I didn't include pizza in my family meal list because I feel like that just is a family meal in itself. But I definitely applaud the restaurants who have gotten creative during COVID because, families have to eat. And Dawn, whether you don't cook or whether you're just too tired, you don't want to clean the kitchen one more time, like me, it's been a lifesaver.
It's true. I was going to tell you that because Linda will cook. I got to clean because it's just not fair. We get home too late.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if I clean it that night or by the morning, it got to be done. So it doesn't matter when I do it. But cooking, when you're working these crazy hours, sometimes isn't easy.
And you and I are working like everyone else. We're working crazier hours.
We're working more hours now than we did before.
We're working 8 to 8, and we're working 7 days a week. To keep it going and booking content and bringing other shows to fruition. But you need to eat. So I love these deals. I kind of wish I'd seen them before, but when I saw them, my daughter's like, maybe I won't go home right now. Maybe I'm going to try the Bolé tonight because I think the deals are spectacular. So Michelle, I thank you so much for sharing them.
My pleasure. Any little help I can provide during this madness, it is absolutely my pleasure to do so.
And let us know any new content you've got. We'd love to do a Modern Boca Mom video vlog segment and bring you on continuously. Patty's on every Wednesday. Maybe you do a segment with Patty with us every Wednesday on what's happening. And we bring Fem City a little bit
You give us the latest and greatest of what's going on. We've asked the restaurant businesses to come on down and let us know you're open and what you're doing. I know they're a little busy right now, but part of the marketing game is to let people know, listen, I'm open and this is what I got cooking.
Oh, like Crazy Uncle Mike's.
Oh.
They do tremendous marketing.
And he sold out. That he was here on Taco Tuesday. Cinco de Mayo. And he sold out. He came in here. He has sold over 700 meals before he got here. On the show, he had to get new staff to come in to help him get that stuff out.
So how about
Oh
the
yeah,
liquor sales?
they also sold out on their fish fry
Yep.
when it was Lent. I called to try to order and couldn't get anything.
Done.
And Rocco's Tacos in Boca Center, I waited in line for an hour for my meal. It was bonkers on Cinco de Mayo. Crazy.
And also I want to ask you what you're finding as far as reopening restaurants for families and children. A little more.
I have really gravitated towards Boca Center as of late, and they have a new restaurant opening up really soon called Copperfish that I'm extremely excited for. I believe they're having a soft opening around Memorial Day weekend. But I've been really loving that plaza because not only can we eat out, but I can grab groceries, I can grab my wine over at Total Wine, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop for moms because when I go out these days, I feel like I really have to make it count.
Boca Center, and congratulations. I probably have the wrong terminology. I'm going to call you like an ambassador, mommy blogger ambassador for the center there.
Mom Ambassador for 2020. It has been such a pleasure working with them. They have so many great retailers and restaurants in that plaza. And I think that the ones that are open air right now are going to be extra trafficked during the summer because, again, you're not in an enclosed space and it kind of helps people feel a little bit safer.
And is Joseph staying there or are they moving?
That's the question. Right now they're there. I believe they have plans for the future to move to another space that they're building out custom. But for now, they are at
They have
Boca
a
Center.
place in Atlantic, right by the movie theater, right? St.
Joseph's?
Joseph's?
No.
By
I don't think
Joseph's,
so.
by Atlantic
It's-
Avenue,
it's
out
the
west.
same one.
Isn't that
It is-
Bednar's?
It's the biggest thing I've ever seen. It's huge. I don't know if
Joseph's
it's open.
Market?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It said coming soon before I go to the movie theaters every week, it's there.
Interesting. And how do people find your blog?
Very easily online at modernbocamom.com, and I'm on all social platforms under the same name at Modern Boca Mom.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Michelle Olsen Rogers. Keep us abreast of what's going on. Order your family meal. Follow her on Modern Boca Mom.
Very
blog.
cool. Very nice.
Thank
Nicely
you.
done. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Nicely done.
We've got Patty joining us. Let's take a quick commercial break.
And I want to ask Patty
We're
a
gonna
couple of
talk to
questions
Patty.
because of this whole. Patty's going to have to put on her thinking cap.
Mo and Patty tried a little bit of the Gubba Ripe margarita during
She
her
won't
little
drink.
break.
Yeah, she drinks it off. We took the camera off you, Patty, so that if you want to take a sip, you know what I mean.
Let's go to commercial break. When we come back, more with Fem City Boca Del Rey, Patty Goldenberg. You can follow Michelle Olsen Rogers at Modern Boca Mom. Check out these incredible family meal deals. I'm all in for it tonight because apparently my choices in my fridge are now all vegan and no one's really wanting that lentil meatloaf. So
Why?
it might be tonight. Maybe you're getting the lentil meatloaf for
Let me
lunch
get it,
tomorrow.
baby.
Stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
As the coronavirus pandemic continues to run its course, Paramount Property Maintenance is offering the community a helping hand. Introducing the COVID-19 Action Disinfecting Plan, a one-of-a-kind procedure that will effectively clean and disinfect your business or place of residence. Paramount Property Maintenance has years of experience in dealing with biological contaminants, and their methods are proven to be more reliable and more extensive than any janitorial or cleaning service in South Florida. The COVID-19 Action Procedure features the use of hospital-grade disinfectant recommended by the CDC, as well as a highly trained sanitation team that will make sure every surface in the room receives proper treatment. Contact Paramount Property Maintenance today at 305-761-8191 to make your home or workplace COVID-19 free. Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
How you come up with things I don't know. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe on a wonderful Wednesday. Welcome back. We had Michelle Olsen Rogers, Fem City Boca Del Rey, and Modern Boca Mom blogger with us. And we've got Patty Goldenberg over in the theater. How you doing, Patty?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
I love that we get the opportunity to bring on members of Fem City with you in conjunction, really to show what Fem City Boca Del Rey is all about.
Yes, we have such a diverse membership, and we are really, really happy to have such great people like Michelle Olsen Rogers as our members, and also Michelle is part of our Fem City Boca Del Rey board as well.
And that's exactly how we met her. Her information is amazing. And I talked yesterday about women professionals are younger and younger, women executives, successful women, not 50, they start younger. Michelle has a young daughter, I think she's 5 or 6. I mean, Avery, to be able to be this successful and find your niche as a mommy blogger and be able to work from home and work every which way and kind of balance it all as a young woman is something so new. That it's not only about corporate plugging in that, that whatever that thing you punch in. What's that called?
The machine.
Punch
you
clock?
punch in the.
Oh, the time clock.
Thank you very much.
Time
the time
clock?
clock. You see, I was so not in the corporate world. It's totally different. Everyone's re-examining the normal.
Well, the funny thing is that you have those that start late, find out that there is another side to the quarter, has 2 sides, 3 sides. And then you have those who always wanted to and kept spinning themselves into a top until they find out consistency is the name of the game. You want to be good at any business, you got to be good at it consistently. Got to do it over and over again. It is what separates the Bradys of the world from every other quarterback, the Montanas, Joe Namaths. You got to win consistently. You got to always be there.
Patty, how long have you been president of Fem City Boca Del Rey?
It will be 5 years this fall.
And there you have it.
Which I can't even believe that. Fem City Boca Del Rey has been around for 8 years almost, and I've been fortunate to be the president for 5.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, since you started, have you seen the growth of FemCity?
Oh, absolutely. I was the 3rd president for this particular chapter of FemCity. We are an international organization. And, we really have seen a lot of growth. We are continuing to see growth, even now that we can't have our in-person events where people have that, high-touch experience and face-to-face interaction. Everything is virtual now because of circumstances, of course, and we are still, continuing to grow, and that is primarily because of the caliber and diversity of our membership and our members reaching out and telling their 2 friends and their 2 friends, and then also the content that we are continuing to offer. FemCity has not shut down by any means, even though, physical places are closed.
I think you've gotten bigger because I can actually hone in on things now that I was never able to be a part of.
Which is wonderful because not everybody could attend a 2-hour luncheon in the middle of the day, but now they're able to log on virtually for something that's an hour and a half, or take advantage of meeting femmes all over the U.S. and Canada through our virtual programs that we're doing.
I love seeing.
Do you feel that it's this stage of the game, because you got a captive audience at home, that I think that this is the time that FemCity explodes, because not only is the message going to be loud and heard, but the individuals that make up the message are going to find out something about themselves. Sometimes we sit down and we have conversations, and I see you talking to businesswomen and everything else, and sometimes I get a feel that they're walking light-footed. Like they really don't, they're not buying into this whole thing. They're not successful. They don't know if they're going to make it there. I know a few people that we work with that sometimes I'm the one saying, you are that good. So do you feel that at this stage of the game, because you've had time to look in that mirror and say, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at this. Let me get bigger. Let me get louder.
That's an interesting question and an interesting way to look at things. And I think that's really the same all the time, not just in this period where we are. You have to be flexible. You have to roll with the flow of life, like Dawn said earlier in the show, and you have to be able to respond and be proactive in situations. And right now we do have a unusual situation where we are able to interact via virtually, with so many more people than we could before. So,
what was it like when you reached out to Violet, the founder, or she reached out to you and said, all right, we need to bring this forward for women, and this is how we're going to do it? As you're just the president of this chapter, but FemCity is I want to say international, because I know you're in Canada also.
Yes.
Organization. How did all of these women come together? Because that's not an easy feat.
That really is all Violet. She had made a commitment here at the beginning of 2020, before anybody knew how things would change, to really enhance the benefits for our members, and give them a chance to grow more and interact throughout the entire membership, not just locally. And while she was doing that, again, circumstances changed here, and she just stepped it up. She kicked it into high gear. Plans that she had to, bring things maybe later in the year, just all of a sudden got, put on the fast track. And we've been lucky enough to have programming really every day of the week, just about. We have a Sunday book club that we do online. Mondays, there is a, kind of a weekly chat based on FemCity's theme for the month. This month in May, our theme is all about getting back on track. Back in April, we were connecting to your happiness. So we'll have a new theme for June, and every Monday there's a little chat that goes along with that. On Wednesdays, we have online networking, virtual networking through Zoom. We also have group coaching directly with Violet. On Thursdays, we have a class series. We've got some great class lineups, 2 or 3 classes every single Thursday. This week, we are offering, I believe there's, how to create a iMovie tutorial, and how to create great content for a speech. I know we're doing something in the future, how to use TikTok to grow your brand. I know a lot of people, at home right now have been turning to TikTok that may not have tried it before. So those are things that we offer, just through the members only online group, Facebook group, that's for the entire membership. Here locally, with Fem City Boca del Rey, we just had a virtual coffee connection last week, and next Friday, May 29th, we're doing a virtual luncheon. Our members have loved our connection luncheons that we do just about every month. We would have 40 to 50 women at these events, and great speakers, great networking. Obviously, that is not happening, but we're still trying to bring that experience to women, via Zoom. And next Friday, we'll have one of our members, Gina Tassinelli, who is a style coach and social media strategist, and she'll be doing a little mini presentation on how to feel confident and look your best on screen, because, let's face it, video is not going away. We're going to see a lot more of these virtual meetings for quite a while.
I have to tell you, Michelle looked fabulous, right? Braids and all.
She did.
Her connection, her background, you talk about everything about branding. She was clear. She looked great.
And
It's
there are
about-
definite tips and, techniques for that.
It's about delivery. Bill Gates is not the best looking guy on camera, on radio, or anywhere, but his delivery is impactful. He says he makes things move. That guy on Wall Street, whatever his name is, every time he talks, Wall Street shakes. Sometimes you just got to bring the content that's going to make the difference.
Do you think some of these programs will stay, Patty?
Definitely. I think once, some of the cities open up to some in-person events, you'll see content decrease somewhat, but we will still have, things going on weekly, multiple times a week. And all of it is recorded and accessible to members on the femcity.com website.
Oh, that's good to know.
Good to know.
Things are changing. And what's coming up for, I guess, the rest of this week and Memorial Day, end of the month?
So FemCity-wise, again, we have the classes on Thursday, the online classes, and Sunday we will have book clubs Sunday morning, even though it's Memorial Day weekend. Personally, I asked my husband, it's like, so what do you want to do this long weekend that's just like every other day of the week now? So
Another room
we'll
in the
see.
house.
Beaches are open.
Well, if you see underneath that table you're sitting, we have a new author we are working with, and those are her series of her 5 books. And the 5th one comes out on the 25th, so
Awesome.
maybe we can get her part of Fem City, and maybe those are some of the books that
For a
Memorial
future
Day
book
reading.
club,
Right.
yes.
Amy Minty, she's going to be joining us on Friday.
And we have a
so-
surprise coming in on that show.
I know we do.
I heard.
Are you going to let the air out of the bag, or are you going to wait till Friday?
It's only Wednesday. Let's
Okay.
tease it a little bit more.
I'm going to tell you, you don't want to miss this on
We're going to
Friday.
be teasing this a little bit more.
Oh, lots of things are getting teased.
I can't wait.
And how do people find you, Patty, and Fem City?
You can find us online at femcity.com, and you can find our location specifically under the Locations tab, Boca del Rey. You can also find us on Facebook, FemCity at Boca del Rey.
Fantastic. Patty Goldenberg, Fem City, Boca del Rey, and of course you can find Michelle Olsen-Rogers all over social media at Modern Boca Mom. Check out some of her family meals. We're going to go to break. We're going to switch over to our 1 o'clock hour. When we come back, we've got In the Buzz with B. One of our producers recorded a segment last night with marketing executive Brandon Schuster. We're going to be airing that, and let's find out what is in the Buzz with B. So stay tuned. You can give us a call at 888-994-4995. And as you get ready for Memorial Day weekend, don't forget, as Freddie says, get your Gubba rum on.
That's right, baby. Gub it out.
Gubba out. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial Providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial Providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences, from water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
If only people knew what happened during commercial break. We are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
I didn't know you snored, Dawn.
It has been it has been a full day of production at Amp Media Production Studio. Our crew is working overtime to bring content and ideas forward through their eyes, through the millennial eyes.
Through the eyes of the millennial.
I kind of feel like they're more than millennials because they work so hard and they're producers and they bring content forward and they're working after hours and they're bringing so many things
First of
to
all,
life.
don't you have to be under 30 to be a millennial?
I think so.
Well, Teddy's not under 30.
Sure she is. She's only 24.
Rude. He does it to be rude.
You do that to be rude?
No, I want to see if she would hear me.
But I love it when they talk. They're like, oh, I don't know. When Valerie says to you yesterday and you said something, she goes, yeah, but I'm not quite sure that means what I think that means. And she's been here for 2 weeks.
I say things to Valerie that you can spin on the top. And then she looks at me. She doesn't say nothing. Now she says something.
She's getting more comfortable here,
Yeah,
which is
she
good.
says, that makes no sense what you say.
I know, but she's got it. And I think we've got Beatrice Silva joining us in the Buzz with B. Teddy did a show this morning of Teddy Unscripted, and you've got some people learning to run your production as well. let's bring B over and see how we haven't seen her in a long time. How are you doing, Miss B?
Hi, how are you guys?
How are you doing? We're doing great. In the buzz with B.
Yes, I saw that you guys have your margaritas with the gubba rum, so I'm very jealous.
That's just a rumor. Well, you know, you're always invited.
I know. I talked to Dawn last night, and she said that once I get my schedule for work, because I started going back to the restaurant part-time, so once I get my schedule for work, I'll see what days I can come in.
And what restaurant are you working for?
Brio.
Brio and Plantation, not Brio up here.
Yes, the Brio, they shut down. They were recently rebought by a new company. I believe the new company owns Buca de Beppo. But yeah, they shut down a ton of restaurants, but luckily the one in Plantation is still up and going.
Actually, I heard they shut down the one in Boca Center. There's a sign that says closed.
Did
you know
that? And the one in Gulfstream.
Wow.
Well, I don't want to talk about the close. I want to talk about the one that's open, the one you're working at. I want you to tell the manager that I want him to come on and let the world know that they're open, and let the world know, listen, it's okay to come in. See, what's going to happen here is they're going to open these restaurants like Atlantic Avenue, and people are going to drip and drab in because they're not all psychologically there yet.
Yeah.
So let him know. We want him to come on, and he can read the menu, whatever he wants, tell us what his plans are, and we want to let the world know that Brio's open.
Yes, I will definitely. Her name is Cindy, but I will definitely let her know.
You look terrific. How's everything going?
Everything's going really, really well. Last night, yesterday was my first day back, so getting used to being in the restaurant and we're not open for dine-in just yet, but we're getting ready for that. So we're doing the cleaning and preparing, but I'm excited that the world is slowly getting back to normal. So I can't wait to get back.
What type of protocols are they doing at Brio?
So right now, it's definitely tables 6 feet apart. Servers are going to be wearing masks. We're debating if we're going to do gloves at the table or not, the servers. We're going to do disposable menus and just an extra cleaning times 10, with every phase, even going to the bar, getting drinks, serving food. It's like washing your hands between each and every step of service.
Wow.
Now that, you see, these are the things that I want him or her to come and explain, because that's one of my main concerns is about the menus. I gotta tell you something about gloves. If you're gonna wear gloves all day, that ain't making me happy.
No, you have to change them.
Yes, but are they changing them? Now, I read today, again, McDonald's workers are going on strike today.
Why?
Because they are not being given enough to change gloves, and there's no screen between them. If you look at the automobile industry, they're doing it, and they just feel it's not fair. And they have been open throughout this whole thing, because I used to go there almost every other day to get coffee and what have you, and I felt bad because they're using the same gloves for food, they're using the same gloves for money, and they're not changing them. And they said to me, we have no gloves, and that's ridiculous. So they're going on strike today.
Wow, interesting. But you look great. I meant to ask you, did you graduate? Are you done?
I am done, yes.
Congratulations.
It's so easy.
We're going to have your graduation party here.
We need to have a graduation
Oh my gosh,
party.
for the seniors. I think who else graduated?
Ev?
Mia, I think she's still in school. I think
and
she's
Ev,
one
I
more
think.
semester. Yeah, I think we're, oh my goodness, yes. we have to do a
Ev, I
special-
think Callaway graduates this summer.
Arizona, I think, graduated.
Arizona, right?
I saw her jumping up and down. She looked like a giant popsicle screaming, I made it.
Don't you graduate this summer also? Fall, okay, close enough.
But Arizona
So we'll
and
have
these
a
two.
graduation thing for everybody. That would
Oh,
be
absolutely.
so cool.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you did a great interview last night. We talked about bringing segments in and bringing recorded pieces. People are working from home now, and they can't always come in live to our show. So B did a recorded segment for us with Brandon Schuster. You want to fill us in on that?
Yeah, so Brandon, he is such an inspiration, young individual, and he's has this program that he created in the matter of weeks, It's called Creativity in the Time of COVID. And it really was just like an idea that has been in his mind for some time, but he had his aha moment when he was talking with Rabbi Jessica Mates on a phone call. And they just had this vision, and they were dedicated, and they put together this whole production, like I said, in a matter of weeks. I don't want to give too much away because I know we have this interview recorded, so I'll let you guys tune into that. But such an incredible young guy and truly inspiring. So I really enjoyed that, talking with him.
I thank you for doing it, and I'm excited because I think he's got a lot of reach for your 2020 viewers, you and Teddy and everyone that's doing a show within your demographic reach. So I think this is a great interview to dip your feet in and try and reach out and expand all of that.
No, absolutely. And then, what I talked about on What's the Buzz today, that, you know, the last couple shows I was really talking about like COVID-19, but I think it's important to take a break from that and not only focus on the numbers of death or what's going on with that, and just taking a break and focusing on mental health. It's Mental Health Month, or doing different things. What young adults are being active in their community instead of focusing on all negatives.
What are you finding then in the community, your age group?
Well, yeah, so I noticed when I spoke with Brennan, I was shocked that I was like, oh my gosh, he produced this whole program. So he's doing that, such an incredible thing. A lot of my friends are now going to making masks and donating them, not only to the first line responders, but to people who, just can't afford to buy a $10 mask, a $15 mask. And a lot of people are just focusing on just creating art and putting their art out there, creating music. So I've been really happy to hear that a lot of the people that are in my inner group are really trying to just make the world a better place by a simple little thing that they can do.
So you're working at the restaurant, and what else are you looking to do? I know she's working with us. We've got a new cafe press I think she's working on for next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, you guys have done an outstanding job with the cafe press, and more people are looking at it. More people are commenting about it. It's funny because we have a meeting scheduled for Friday, and the cafe press is part of that meeting as well. People want exposure. They want to do it correctly. They want it to be done a certain look, a certain ring. You guys, I'm gonna tell you, you guys are really. I'm impressed. I have not said a word about the press because I'm gonna tell you, you brought it to another level.
Only because I think it takes a village, really. And we had producers writing articles. Mia wrote an article about Cuba silver, and I just feel like the more minds, because I have one view set, and so I feel like having different angles and different view set just makes it more broad, better. We're stronger together. So I love having other people a part of it.
Well, I got some stuff for you to write about. Every producer in here now has a podcast, and they are going to be podcasting shows. And starting today, they're going to ask the sponsors to put in very small money to be on their podcast show as well. And each one is going to go in a different direction. And then we're going to introduce some other segments on this as well. I think that we should do is the Cafe Press should interview the entire deal of what's going on right now. Because they don't have time right now. We're keeping so busy, they got no time to worry about the virus. They're going to be safe. They're in masks. They're doing their thing, and they're doing it carefully, cleanly, and spectacularly.
It's true. Everyone is working so hard. We got to get you back up here, B.
I know. I can't wait. And the margaritas make it only more tempting.
Yes, B. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is the new Margaritaville. Margaritaville?
Margaritaville. So we're going to run Brandon's piece. So you want to run it in whole and then put it out again on In the Buzz with B?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I'm excited because this is the first segment that we've brought forward on our show that you and I are not doing live. So this is something new to the cafe.
And you know what? Teddy's going to say roll the tape because I heard from Teddy Unscripted. She always wanted to say roll the tape. Remember that? Yes, she did. Yes. I have it. I saved it on my phone. I'm going to play it back.
All right. I'm going to let our producer and our executive producer take it from here.
Roll the tape.
You did say that.
Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Beatrice Silva, reporting live from my humble abode. Today, we'll be speaking with Brandon Schuster, Business Development and Marketing Manager at The Writer. Brandon, thank you so much for being on our show today. We're so excited to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me today.
So I just watched Creativity in the Time of COVID, and I must say I was absolutely inspired, to say the least. So congratulations on such a successful program.
Yeah.
But could you give viewers a quick summary on what the show is all about?
Yeah, totally. So basically back in March, the rabbi of Temple Bethel Boca Raton, her name is Rabbi Jessica Mates, she reached out to me and she said, I want to do something. And we started brainstorming some ideas that we could possibly do. And I just started saying that I was noticing that a lot of creativity and art was adapting to the modern times that we're all that each of us are facing during quarantine. And so I started to name a couple of really cool ideas, and ultimately this is how this labor of love happened. And then with that, I started making some phone calls. I called a film producer friend of mine, who then said yes, and then called her Broadway producer friend. I called Judy Gold, who is a very, very famous stand-up comedian and hilarious. And that's really how all this came about, and it was something that the Temple community was able to rally behind as well. And if you watch the rest of the program, you'll see how the community themselves have adapted to become more creative during COVID, because it really is the silver lining to all of the negatives that we've all been facing.
No, that's so true. But that's so crazy that you said that this idea happened on a simple phone call that you had with Rabbi Jessica Mates. Was it something that you always wanted to do, or was it like this aha moment you had literally on the phone?
It's kind of a mixture of both. I mean, I didn't give it much thought earlier, but I was very honored that she had called me. And then off of that, immediately this idea just came, and she just gravitated toward it. And then Eleanor Burkett, who is an Oscar-winning documentary filmmaker, she was already on board to do something too. She loved it too. The three of us got on a phone call, and magic just came from that.
And so the phone call happened how many months ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah, I would say like maybe about 2 or 3 weeks into quarantine. And it's interesting because already just 2 weeks in, we started to see a lot of change happening within the art and content world.
That's crazy. I know on your program you had, like you said, you had Emmy Award-winning comedian Judy Gold, Tony Award producer Jonathan Demar, Oscar winner Eleanor Burkett, and film producer Jessica Wise, just to say the least, because I know you had a couple other people on there. But so how do you get these type of celebrities on the phone? Was it just like going through your phone book and you just happen to have these connections?
So Eleanor was already a friend of Rabbi Jessica Mates, and the initial idea was to have her and I together in some sort of conversation, but she didn't really quite know what that conversation would be. And then as we started to develop this idea, we ultimately realized real fast that the conversation needed to be beyond just Eleanor and I. And so I made a call to Jess Weiss, who's a good friend of mine back in New York. And she said yes immediately, and then she said, "Oh my God, you know what? I think my good friend Jonathan would really like this." Jonathan said yes in 15 minutes, and already in the span of 1 hour, we had this great panel idea, and we had an Oscar winner and a Tony winner and a big time independent film producer who just won a big award at the Tribeca Film Festival last year, and then I called up Judy, who I know personally, and about a week later, she had said yes, which was really great. And I'm just so grateful for all four of them for coming on board, because I think the conversation really was magic, and we had so much fun. And really, what's on the broadcast is only about 15 or 20 minutes out of like 45 minutes of just us just having so much fun and talking about something that we are all so passionate and just love, and we're all fans too, as much as we're all involved in those worlds as well.
You could totally tell when I was watching it. I felt like I was like the fifth panelist. Like I was a part of the combo, and just the relationship, the connection you guys had together. The viewers obviously fed off of that. Other than having like in-depth conversations, I know there were some performances, and then Judy Gold did a few kind of comics. She is hilarious, by the way. Oh my gosh,
so
she is just funny. And then Judy spoke about the challenges she faces, and I'm sure a ton of other actors as an entertainer trying to virtually connect to her audience, and how nothing compares to live performances. Do you agree with her statement, or do you think virtual entertainment is just as fulfilling or can be just as fulfilling?
Ooh, that's a tough question. No, so I definitely agree with Judy, because there's nothing like the thrill of a live performance. But I think one of the things that we're all noticing now is that we all have to adapt to the times which we're currently in. And so I think comedians such as Judy have done a fantastic job of really getting herself out there during this time, being a part of some really great pieces of content. And actually, one thing which she was a part of, and we talked about it during the panel, is the Saturday Night Seder. Now, this is probably a show that would probably never get created if we all weren't stuck inside of our homes. I mean, this is literally a variety show about Passover. But yet here we were in quarantine just as this holiday was starting, and it seemed like a pretty good time to create it. And you got Jewish and non-Jewish celebrities alike coming together to put on the show, and the end result was something so beautiful. And if you watch it, there are millions of people who tuned in. Clips throughout the show were going viral, which is incredible, and it just goes to show that you are able to create something out of anything, and that people are going to be able to find it relevant in so many different ways. And so Judy was actually a part of the Saturday Night Seder, and if you haven't had a chance to view her monologue on about Passover, it's one of the funniest monologues ever. And I actually saw that some guy actually recreated her monologue and did like a little bit of like a drag thing, and it just shows the impact that content that people are creating with webcams such as this are having on so many people around the world. And I think that that's a pretty fascinating thing, and a big change which we've seen as we started quarantine during this new decade.
That is so true. And you being a business development and marketing manager at The Writer, how did you, what kind of strategies did you use to market this program?
So a lot of the marketing came with a fantastic team that's already at Temple Bethel. There are two people there named Susan and Isabel, and they did a fantastic job of putting together the promotional materials. I simply just put it out on social media. Of course, word obviously spread, and then what's pretty fascinating is that it got picked up by a bunch of different outlets as well. One of them being the Union for Reform Judaism, which is an entire denomination of Judaism, and they also promoted it as well, which definitely helped get a lot of people. But I started to hear friends in Israel and the Netherlands and Brazil all talk about how excited they were to tune in. And ultimately, we had over 2,000 people tune in to the live broadcast, and there have been thousands of views since, because people are able to watch the recording on Facebook and other streaming platforms as well, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. It as for viewers, it aired live on Facebook on May 16th. Is that correct, Brandon?
It was just this past Saturday. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But don't worry, you didn't miss it. Viewers, you're still able to tune in. Brandon, could you share a link or a page that they're able to watch it at?
Yeah, totally. So if you want to read everyone's bios, and if you want to tune into the recording, you can go to tbeboca.org/creativity.
Yes, and I highly suggest. I truly enjoyed watching it, and I seriously cannot believe that you were able to produce such a show in the matter of weeks. Could you give us like first of all, do you have experience in broadcasting?
Not necessarily, but I've had some experience in terms of like, you know, meeting celebrities and somehow getting on TV shows. It's a weird long story that no one wants to hear about.
No, Brandon. Speaking of, this is the perfect time. I want to transition to your BuzzFeed moment.
No.
BuzzFeed is this huge platform that, it's international. Everyone knows BuzzFeed. If you don't know BuzzFeed, you must be living under a rock. But I was shocked to see that we have a picture, actually. Teddy's going to bring up a picture of you. This picture right here. I got married. Actually, I'm going to let you read it, Brandon, since you are you have that great podcasting voice.
So do you want me to give the background, or do you want me to read this?
Read it and then background.
All right. So I got, quote unquote, married to Priyanka Chopra in 2014. I put two flower leis on her to welcome her to a green carpet event in Tampa. Little did I know that symbolized marriage in Indian culture. The Indian press had a field day with it, and I was giving exclusive interviews the next day. So basically, the background to this is this is so stupid. Back in 2014, there was something called the IFA Awards, which are kind of like the Bollywood Oscars, and their whole shtick is that the IFA Awards are held in a different city around the world every year to prove just how global Bollywood is. And so at the time, I was working at the Tampa International Airport. And as the Bollywood celebrities would fly in to the Tampa airport, that began the first part of their IFA award journey in Tampa. And so we took them from the plane, we put them in the elevator, we brought them up to the top floor of the parking garage, which we had turned into this massive green carpet event. And on one side was all of the press, which was there, and on the other side were screaming fans. And when Priyanka Chopra came, there were, I believe it was like 5,000 or 6,000 people, which I believe still holds the record of the second largest crowd that has arrived at the Tampa airport, only to be beat by One Direction in like 2011. And so it was pandemonium. I had never seen anything as crazy as this. And so my job at the green carpet was to kind of like MC everything, and to kind of help guide the Bollywood celebrities. And I would bring them over to the press, and then I bring them over to the fans. I was kind of like their green carpet guide, and I would kind of circle through all the different celebrities. Meanwhile, I didn't know who any of these Bollywood celebrities were. But we obviously knew who Priyanka Chopra was, because this was just before she did Quantico. She was just starting to get big. She had a song with Pitbull that was fairly popular. And so to welcome all of these celebrities, we put flower leis on each of these celebrities. But I was told that because Priyanka Chopra was such an extra special celebrity, we were going to put two flower leis on her. And so I put two flower leis on her, and then she quickly took that off. But the very next day, that exact photo was kind of circulating around the Indian media, and the Indian media members who were there were quick to show me that the picture going viral, and people making jokes that Priyanka Chopra goes to America and gets married to stupid American boy. And it was just like kind of like this really funny joke for the past couple of years. And so Chrissy Teigen a couple of weeks ago, oh my God, she put out a tweet saying, "Have you guys ever been famous for like literally 1 second for the stupidest thing ever?" And of course, I responded with that picture. thinking I would get, oh, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 likes. I really wasn't expecting anything with it. And then later that day, BuzzFeed picked up on it, and suddenly everyone was texting me. And the very next morning, I woke up to my Google alerts going off like crazy. And I was suddenly all over the Indian press saying, man makes allegations that he was Priyanka Chopra's secret husband.
Oh my God. The media really does pull things out of the air. That's great. So this is now your second time that you're famous for something stupid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Though, and when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, this is like the coolest thing. So you said that you had like a bunch of exclusive interviews the next day. What was that like? Were you doing them literally back to back, or you just did like one press?
I mean, it was mostly just me being there working with a bunch of these Indian media press members who I got to know over the past couple days, and they were just asking questions, and I was giving funny responses, saying that I was on like cloud 9 because we were on the 9th floor, and oh yeah, my new wife and I are so happy, clearly sarcastic, but it was all fun, and it's been a funny joke with a bunch of my friends over the past 6 years. But some people, and I realized this once there started to be articles, just a couple of weeks ago, some people didn't quite see the humor in that and actually took me seriously. So I'm here to set the record straight. I never got married to Priyanka Chopra. Breaking news here first.
Yes. Here on AMP Media Productions. Thank you, Brandon, for setting the record straight. Our show is just about to come to an end, and I just want to thank you so much for being here and talking about your program, Creativity in the Time of COVID. But one more time, if you could just give a link or give your information out if you would like on how viewers can watch that.
Yeah, totally. So again, if you want to watch the recording of Creativity in the Time of COVID, you can go to tbeboca.org/creativity, or you can also go to Temple Bethel of Boca Raton. You can go to their Facebook page, and it'll be listed there under all of their videos. And so you want to look for Creativity in the Time of COVID.
Incredible. Brandon, thank you again for being inspiring and giving us such a broad insight of really what it's like to be creative in the time of a pandemic. So it was so nice speaking with you. Viewers, I hope you guys have a great day. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you again.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
His abilities as a dry cleaner are so undeniable, Dry Clean Only tags have his phone number printed on the back. Stubborn stains sometimes call him late at night just to apologize. His pickup and delivery service is so fast, his vans have pit crews. He is the most interesting dry cleaner in the world.
You don't always dry clean, but when you do, use A&T Dry Cleaners. Stay dirty, my friends.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
And that's what I tell you. And we are back. You got to put lines in on your avatars. I hear it can aid you. I have not looked to create mine, is all I can tell you.
All I can tell you is I look like a Chinaman. They call me Mo Wong Wang.
Again, equally offensive to everyone, which is nice. At least
No,
you did
my
something.
eyes are like over here.
Oh my gosh, that was a segment put together by B. Silver,
Why are
one
you
of our
ignoring
producers
me?
of
You
In
don't
the
like
Buzz
you
with
don't
B.
like my avatar?
I do. I just want
You
to
don't like
sum
my
up
avatar?
what that piece we
No,
did with B.
I seen that look before. Shut up, Freddie.
Not at all. That's what happens when you're married a long time.
That's
But
why you
that was
said
a great piece, B. So thank you to B and Brandon Schuster for putting that piece together about what the creatives are doing during all of this pandemic. Are we still in the pandemic or are we moving out of it is what I'm wondering.
I think we should stop using that word.
I agree. That's why I'm wondering, where are we with this whole thing?
We are coming out.
Okay.
Remember that song? I'm coming out.
Yes, get out of my head.
Remember that song? You guys don't remember that, right? I do. You do?
I mean, I know the song.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. You know? And if your father was in the room, he would say, what month is it?
We are in May. It is Memorial
June, July,
Day.
August, September. September 5th! Remember September 5th is Teddy's birthday. And if you call me from here to then and you tell me it's Teddy's birthday, September 5th, you will go into a drawing for a whole case of Gubba Rum. How's that?
Sounds
a
good
whole
to me.
case. We'll put your name in the drawing.
And if anyone missed the webinar last night with Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida, you can rewatch it. Just go to their Facebook page and all the pre-planning needs and some of the options that they have for you. And they're actually doing, he reached out to us, you can go to some of the cemeteries and see them.
He invited me.
I know.
He sent me an invitation to Pompano, and I said, Papa, it's Memorial Day weekend. I'll do it the next weekend. I'm going down to, he wants to send me down to Pompano.
It's not so far. Forest Lawn. He
No,
says it's very pretty.
I don't want to go to Pompano. There's something about the word Pompano I don't like.
I know. Where do you
Pompano.
want to go?
Where's Freddie Berry in Pompano? No, it sounds like popcorn.
Put some.
Pompano.
And the show sponsored by Gubba Rum. is all
I'm
I
going to
can
get a shirt that
tell you.
says I was buried in Pompano. I don't want to be buried in Pompano.
It's a funny name for a city, isn't it?
What the hell is that?
Pompano?
Pompano. Yeah, it's like pampa, 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 pampa. No, and mono. No, I like the other place that we did the show from.
The one up in Lake Worth. You like that one?
Yeah, Lake Worth. Lake. It's worth something. Pompano.
Maybe that's where you want to look into, but they've got a lot of varieties that you can check that out on their webinar from last night on Dignity Memorial Southeast
And
Florida.
you hear what I'm doing, right? I am going to go check out, not the Pompano one, I'm going back to Lake Worth. And I am going to take a caravan with me. So if you want to hang out with Freddie, we're going to go visit and check out some sites and some places, and we're going to get
You're
educated.
taking who with you?
Fans, people, anybody wants to come. I will have the Gubba in hand.
Where are you going?
We're going to take a tour
Of?
of Lake Worth.
All of Lake Worth or the different cemeteries?
The cemetery, the place we did the show from.
Oh, okay.
Not all of yeah, I'm going to go hang out in Lake Worth.
That's what I was wondering where you
Me
were
and my
going.
boys. We're going to do a drive-by.
But I got to tell you, I don't know if Teddy's mom got to speak to Wayne at all or not, but okay, good. From your celebration of life, because they've got great, tremendous deals they're offering right now between now and the end of the month. So if you are considering putting your pre-need in place, even if you're not, maybe it's something to consider, give Wayne a call at 561, I don't know the number, something
What's the number, Dawn?
561? 654-9000, I believe it is.
654-9000?
Or you can find him at Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida.
I like Valerie looking at all those pieces of paper there. The only one that has the number is her. I'm surprised you don't remember it.
I got to tell you, because you know what? I've taken so many pieces of note paper home. That's why I have that book, which I
slipping.
left in the other room. I know.
Put it on your mask. Now, I wanted to ask a question. This is my set mask. And I wanted to ask, if you wear this, right?
I got mine.
If you wear this, mine is in black, you notice, the man in black. If you wear this and you get pulled over by an officer,
Yeah.
and they want to do a sobriety test, to blow, you don't have to remove your mask, right?
That would be your one blow and go. Sorry about that.
No, that's my t-shirt.
How funny, because I'm looking at this. You're always in
This
black.
is one blow and go.
And I never am. And again, I've got a white mask and you've got a black one. This just seems to lend to our personalities.
Yes, because you're white and I'm black.
This, I just have to tell you, I washed this last night.
Yeah, so keep washing
This is just from today.
You're not answering my question.
What was your question?
Can I blow through the mask?
No. You
Well,
got to
it
take
got
it
hot
off.
in here. No.
You got to take it off.
No, I don't have to take it off. Constitutionally, it says I have to wear it.
Actually, that's an interesting conversation because my son was filling me in, the new legal law graduate that he is, on what's constitutional and what's not.
What's
and
a
it's not that the
violation?
Constitution says.
No, it
he
does
says
not.
It does not say that at all.
At all.
So he was filling me in on what it does not say. It's not a constitutional right or not right about wearing your mask.
Invasion of privacy.
It's a whole interesting conversation on what the Constitution is and the amendments and all of that. It doesn't say, and it's not unconstitutional to or not to wear a mask. It's the verbiage. So it was interesting for half him filling it in.
And I'm going to give you one even deeper. The Constitution was established with the amendments to separate the federal government from the states. And we've done everything in our power to try to get the federal governments involved with the states. Do you know that if you use federal money to build a highway, not just anything, then the federal government has a right to intercede on that bill, different things you can vote on. Otherwise, the states are the sovereign piece of the nation. Every state here is a government.
Interesting.
That's why when the president said, I want the governors to take care of the action, he's not saying anything different. That's what it says in the Constitution. That's exactly the way it was set up.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Well, it's like John F. Kennedy says, it's not what you can do for your country, it's what you can do for it.
I got to tell you, the other interesting thing I'm finding as bigger and broader our business goes is all those things I tried to learn in school and I never quite did. Fractions would be one of them.
I hated fractions.
Government would be another one of them.
I hated government.
When you're dividing price point of one thing to another, what really put me over the edge was this PPP stuff. So, because I did apply for quite a few of them, and I got as far as uploading.
There's more than one PPP? Really?
Yeah.
I told you, just submit it.
Well, here's the thing. I never quite got through the application process because of a variety of things. And then my accountant sent me all the things that if you were to get them, what you now have to do for the next 8 weeks. And I'm like, heck, I don't want to do all that stuff. So, and it's PPP, it's paycheck protection. It's not paycheck, rent, utilities protection. So 75% of the monies, if you were to get them, are supposed to, in the next 8 weeks, go to your paychecks. Well, most of our overhead is not paychecks because—
It can be.
Well, we're not, because you and I are still growing this and we invest everything back into it. That's not part of the PPP.
Well, hold on a second. If we get the PPP money and there's a studio that we open, and in there we hire all our producers, and they go in there and they get a paycheck,
Yes,
and all that money goes there, what's the problem?
no problem. That is where it's supposed to go.
The problem is what's going to happen afterwards.
It's right. It's not that it goes to rent. It's not that it goes to utilities, where most of our overhead is. It doesn't go to pay our radio time, where a lot of our overhead is. Because you and I don't take salary because we're still growing this business.
Because there's no salary to take.
Then we're not really
That's
eligible.
why I need the PPP. This
Well,
is
then
like
you're not
running
really—
around chasing my tail.
So you're not really eligible for the PPP.
How can I not be eligible? If
Well—
I'm losing revenue because the radio station clients aren't
Well,
coming
here's
forward.
the other thing I found out is it goes into what taxes get paid out of your paycheck.
When you have no paycheck, you have no taxes.
Therefore, you are not eligible for PPP.
I have no paycheck because they're not paying me. Not because I don't have one.
But then it goes into the taxes that come out of your paycheck and all of that. If you're paying taxes, it's a whole thing. And 1099 employees are different because you're not paying
Is
taxes
this why
now.
you're acting the way you're acting today because you were doing PPP?
I didn't do it.
Okay, don't do it no more because I'm going to tell you something.
I didn't do it. But my point being, all the things I should have learned in school and what goes into what percentage,
You got
the
calculators in your
numerator and the
phone now.
denominator and all of that stuff, not my thing.
You don't know what a numerator and denominator
Yeah,
is?
but how do you know which one you put into which divisible?
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at math and I know that. And why would you need that for PPP?
Because they want percentages of what is your paychecks, what is your
Okay,
payroll
so if you got
versus—
$1, how much of that dollar goes to your paycheck? 10%, 20%, 30%? You ain't
They
gotta
want
do-
it to be 75%.
You 75% of your of a dollar, 75 cents is going to your paycheck.
That is what PPP is saying.
Well, then that's stupid. That is a
Therein
rule.
lies the
If you have a
PPP
company out there, if you're a
situation.
business owner and you're making 75% of your gross, I want you to call me because I want to put you on the air. I think you are fabulous.
And that is PPP. The money that you get is supposed to be 75% documented going back to payroll.
No, that's not what that means.
I'll show you what I got.
Yeah, but that's not what that means.
Well, then it opens up to interpretation, right?
Oh, you got a
Ay,
migraine.
papadillo, I know.
Okay, that's it.
Even Valerie's going to speak Spanish like me by the time we're done with this.
I always thought that Valerie spoke Spanish.
I think she's half Hispanic.
She, but not the ears. She don't speak
The
it. She
ears,
don't
yes.
hear
The
it.
voice, no, not
She
so
don't know
much.
it. She just says, "Yeah, I know." If I was waving away.
And I have to say, I think some of the assisted living senior care facilities are opening up for visitation via a glass barrier. So
Now
like
I
you
have
can go
some,
visit via a window.
but I got some questions about that whole
Yeah.
procedure. You're going to be using glass and yada yada yada.
I don't mean like a splat shield. I mean your loved one who's on the inside can talk to you when you stand outside.
Like a prison,
Kind of like, yeah.
right? Or a baby ward.
It's not like you can go, it's not like getting your nails done and you sit here and
Do
like,
you pick up a phone to talk to them, or you're going to talk through the glass?
like a prison. I don't know. I'll let you know how that works
Well,
out.
I think that why is it that they're doing that now and they couldn't do that back when? There's no difference.
Because I think you can only keep family away from family for so long before it becomes detrimental.
But
What
so
do you
what's
do?
wrong with FaceTime and things of that nature?
That work? It's
Not the same? So let me ask you a question then. Yeah, I'm looking at you through the glass. What's the difference? I'm looking at you through the phone.
I think there's energy, there's vibration of seeing you like this versus the phone. So we have a family member who's in a memory care unit, and they've been doing FaceTime for the past 2.5 months. He's in a dementia unit. What happens? I'm putting the phone in my pocket. Phone was in his pocket.
So what's wrong?
Take the phone out of your pocket so we can talk to you.
But what do you think is
the
going to
phone
happen
is in
when
my
you...
pocket.
Excuse me.
So there
with
goes
all
your
due
FaceTime.
respect. What do you think is going to happen when you go there? He's going to put you in his pocket. It's the same difference.
So, well, as a matter of fact, I don't know if they're going because it's raining, but that was where my daughter was heading, actually.
To see
To see her grandfather, yes.
I don't know. I have a new show on HBO called, I remember when it was, or something like that. It's about, and
think
Linda's
I'm
all
gonna
into
cry.
it. And Linda's into that whole show.
Really?
And it's about exactly what
I
you're
never
talking
heard
about.
about it.
Yep. It's about two brothers. They're Siamese twins. And one of them, is out there. And the other one is well established. And he's always kept his little brother out of trouble because he's always been on that, on the radar. And he attributed to an incident that happened to him locked on a school bus, and he couldn't open the door to get out. So his brother came over and said, "Why don't you try telling him the opposite of the instructions, and maybe he'll open the door." And he did, and he opened the door. Because he knows his brother, and they have feelings and all that. So how would you like to go through life feeling your brother's shortages when your brother admires you as a Superman? And this whole show went on yesterday, and my eyes were glued. It goes on Sunday at 9 p.m. on HBO
What's it called?
700. I remember when, or I remember how it was. Or
Really? How old are they now?
This is a grown-up, and he's telling his story.
Is it a true story? You're kind of giving me the
I
chills.
think it is a true story. But the amazing thing is that they talk about, it's funny because it is Mental Awareness Month.
Mental Health Awareness Month, yes.
And they're talking, HBO is coming out strong with so many documentaries and shows that have been made to explain. And you and I have talked about this for years. Not that anybody listens to us, maybe one or two people. But we've been talking about this for years. And these HBO deals that are coming out, think about that. You are twins with your brother or sister. In this case, it's two men. And he feels everything his brother feels. He goes to war for his brother because they put him away. And there's this deal where they say, your brother's now, he tried to hurt himself. He took out a knife. He is now locked away for 2 weeks before you can see him. Now, this is a guy who's been taking care of his brother all his life. And you're going to tell him you can't see your brother? This guy went wacko.
Well, I think that's from what I've heard, that the hardest thing people are having with when their loved ones are in the hospital and when they're at the end of their life is there's no closure. You do not get to see them. They're not letting you in there. People unfortunately, are passing away alone. And that is probably one of the saddest, hardest things to come to terms with, because we don't even do that for our pets, right? When you put the end of a pet's life, you hold them and you do what you need to do in the most humane way. But what's
But
happening
what are you doing?
now
Are
with
you
this-
protecting the patient or are you protecting the family?
Both. Both.
Well, then I
But
would
it's-
have.
I mean, that's an ethical and a physical situation, but it's sad if you think about
Then
that.
you go in dressed appropriately.
The hospitals weren't, I don't know if they are now, letting people in. Some hospitals were one at a time, others were not. Think about an elderly couple. You don't want the partner to be exposed, but yet there's no closure for either one, and then someone passes, you never get to see them again, and you may not know when they go out in that ambulance that you're not going to see them again.
Exactly right. Things have changed. You saw where the wife of the astronaut, Glenn,
She's
passed.
100, right?
She died.
Yeah.
She died yesterday of the virus. And they showed all of her, they got married on Pearl Harbor Day. Wow. And the day that Pearl Harbor happened, they got married. And they talked about her. She was 100.
How many
she
years
probably,
ago did he pass? You know?
I thought he was still alive.
John Glenn?
I
don't
thought
know,
he
fact
was.
checker.
I thought he was still alive. But the bottom line.
Glenn.
John Glenn, the astronaut. And wasn't he a governor or a state senator or something? But the object of the game is that a lot of people are dying. Is he alive?
Died December 8th, 2016.
Wow. How old was he?
78?
Well, she was 100, so I don't
She was,
think...
she would still be alive.
So if he passed away 4 years ago, he had to have been close in his... I would venture to say they were close in age.
Yeah, he's 96.
He was 95.
95.
Wow.
And it's amazing about we're trying to protect our senior. We're trying to protect seniors from being wiped out by this thing, and we're trying to protect their families. It's like the school thing. There is no right answer.
I know.
I mean, who's going to be the first one after Jaws? Who's going to be the first one back in the ocean? What school is going to open? Now, I saw that there are some daycares that just opened. It took 3 minutes when they said the daycares are open. I can't remember the town. 3 minutes to book for the year. They are booked solid for the year. They have no more room. Now they're looking for more rooms.
Well, let me ask you a question. Your grandsons, are they in daycare?
Gio's son Joey was in daycare. I don't think he is anymore.
Have
He
they
was.
been open this whole time?
Yes.
So he's been going to daycare.
He was until I think last week or the week before.
So interesting, right?
Well, I was having a conniption, but my son says that you don't know what you're talking about. That's Gio's famous last word. I guess I don't know what they're talking about because smarter minds than mine, I guess, do.
No, I just think younger minds are different. You and I have lived, you see a lot more things. My dad and mom, your parents. It's only from experience do we experience other things and say, this could happen, this could happen. Younger minds maybe smarter than us because they don't have as much fear as we do. It's the
Well,
unknown,
that's a
right?
mixed bag because there are some kids that we know personally
It's
that
a
are
mixed
living
bag
in
every
fear.
which way. Absolutely.
Living in fear, afraid to come out and everything else. Gio, he keeps rocking and rolling. Gio's company has gotten bigger because they do medical research and all that. They're working with NASA. All of a sudden, we are sending our first astronaut since, I think, 25 years ago into space on U.S. soil. We are taking the rocket out here in Orlando, the one that goes and comes back. First time in 25 years, we're sending a man in space to work on satellites or something.
We haven't sent anyone in space in 25 years?
From U.S. land, it's been Russia, China, Japan.
Is that true?
Look it up, baby.
We haven't sent anyone from
that-
Port Canaveral in 25 years?
Look it up. Look it up because that message
What
is
have
brought
they
to
been
you by
going
government.
unmanned? Everything that's gone up in the
Satellites.
past 25 years has been unmanned?
Equipment. Yeah. Don't you remember what happened when was it the space shuttle that exploded?
I remember I was in college.
They
Yep.
put the brakes on that bad boy real quick.
Oh my gosh. I was a freshman sitting in my dorm room. The things that you remember where you were when they happened?
I was in McDonald's in the Bronx on Kingsbridge Road. And I look up to order, and they had TVs on there, and I'm watching it, and this thing happened, and everything froze. Even the French fries burned because they were looking at everybody thought this was a movie. It was horror. The same thing with 9/11. I was watching it from a distance, and when I saw those planes hit, I was like, are you kidding me? I thought it was a movie.
All the things you remember when. Wait till the history comes out and our crew is telling their kids what happened and where they were during all of this situation,
we
right?
got to get in touch with our friend from Promo Stuff for You. We got to make a shirt where we have all the kids sign it and put it in a frame. We got to come up with something clever. And I want to put it in the entryway here. So when you come in, I survived or I've been through, whatever. Because I'm going to tell you, this is going to go down in the history books
Absolutely.
as something that you've never, hopefully, ever in your life has to
Experience
go to again.
Absolutely.
I mean, the shutdown of the most powerful country in the world.
Country, everything shut down.
Everything,
right?
the
and
shutdown.
what has changed? Everything has totally changed.
I
So
agree. Tough stuff.
a lot going on, but that was a great segment, B. Congratulations. And all of our graduates, I definitely want to open up and do some sort of graduation party for them once we can open and bring them all back in.
You know, that's interesting. Maybe we bring but these classes are huge. They need
Well, no, not
stadiums.
our crew. Sorry.
Oh,
Those
the
that-
crew.
Our crew.
Arizona,
We got
congratulations.
B, Arizona, Ev. Valerie graduates in the fall. We'll have to do another one when you graduate.
I know. You know, it's funny because unless you've graduated and gone through it, you wouldn't understand what it means when you don't get to do it.
Teddy, you graduated, what, 2 years ago already? She's lost track. She's been with us for
I told
a
you,
year and
she's
a half.
30.
She's been with us a long time.
How long has it been?
A year and a half.
Since I graduated,
Yeah.
2.5 years.
And where did you celebrate your graduation? Where was it held?
At the school.
In the school?
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people, like, they do different places, FAU, the sun this, the sun that.
Oh yeah, no, we have an amphitheater at the school.
Oh, okay. You could hold it. At NYU, I got to graduate at the Fountain. Where did you graduate?
And the lawn at University of Miami.
That's a big place.
Not so big, but it wasn't so, I don't even remember how many people there were, but it was hot, though, I can tell you that.
My sister graduated at a Lehman College, and it rained like it is now an hour before graduation. So my mother, may she rest in peace, she went with her high heels, my sister, and all you did was stink in the mud. It was in the grass football field. I'll never forget that. It was
That's
horrible.
the worst, I gotta tell you that. It is summer in South Florida because we have our afternoon rain showers every afternoon. That's how you know it's summer here.
That's when the rainy season. When does rainy season start?
We're in it.
We're in it? I used to coach in this. We used to go to school all day. It was sunny, and then football practice. It was always in the rain.
Every summer in South Florida. You know it's summer when you make it through your morning, and by 3 o'clock, it's not even 3 o'clock yet, it's raining.
But that's why football players here are the best in the country, because they got to put up with this nonsense.
Play in the mud.
And you got to breathe in the humidity.
But we got a lot more going on, and let us know your stories, what you've been doing, how you've been keeping busy. I'm exhausted. Our crew was so tired, half of them left.
I know. Well, one
Right,
went to
yesterday
work.
we
and
had
the
10
other one-
people, and today we got the girls still on the board. We've got Jay
Consistency.
Harmon coming in today with some new artwork. Consistency,
Very
yes.
cool. Very cool. Very nice. That was nice. Nice show today. Nice stuff.
Great job, B. Great job, ladies. Tune in tomorrow. I think we've got Slick Speaks and Callaway, maybe.
Callaway,
Right?
maybe.
Callaway's Friday.
Friday.
And we're going to do Valerie's show because Monday is Memorial Day. Let us know how you're celebrating barbecue.
Well, you know, we should figure that out tomorrow. How will you celebrate? Maybe we come in with aprons and stuff for the morning show.
We should do a barbecue or something.
Barbecue. I'm vegan. Oh, look, they're ringing my
We're going to
bell.
get you a vegan hot dog.
Yes.
A lot more to come. Have a great day, everyone. Fem City Boca Del Rey. Check out Michelle Olsen Rogers' Mummy blog, Modern Boca Moms, for your family deal. I think I'm going to order one of them tonight for dinner. See what's going on in your area. Stay dry, stay safe, wear your mask, and get that bumper table if you
And
want.
don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.